Hey guys, look at this statue in an ancient temple. What is going on here? You can see two figures and they seem to be hugging each other in a strange, intimate position. But when we look closely, it does not seem to be a man and a woman. Rather, both of them are females. Is it a mother and daughter hugging each other? No, both of them appear to be grown women with fully developed breasts. What is the meaning of this carving? Look at the hands of the woman in the front. Why has she bent her hands behind her back and kept them in such an elevated position? This is not easy, but if you look carefully, you can see a smile on her face. Behind her, the other woman is completely leaning on her, and her arm is kept around the bottom of this woman. What I find interesting is her hair. It seems to be carved until this point, but it does not end here. It then curves up and makes a huge circle which encompasses both these women. Can you explain this carving? And then you can see something weird in the outer circle. Is this an animal carved inside this small circle? Is it a bunny rabbit? Yes, it is a rabbit, isn't it? Why is it carved here? And here you can see a second rabbit carved on the other side. This is very odd because we can see a total of 5 rabbits. Here's the third rabbit, and if you look carefully, you can see the 4th rabbit. Now, can you see the 5th rabbit? How about now? Do you see the 5th rabbit now? This is the mother rabbit, and those 4 rabbits are her babies. This carving is found in the ancient temple of Tirukurungudi, and none of the locals, not even the priest, knows that this shows a rabbit. So I think I've just discovered an ancient optical illusion after many centuries. This is why I don't trust carvings in Hindu temples, because we are not able to fully understand their complexity. Ancient Indian temples are full of many unexplained carvings, and both casual visitors and experts are quick to dismiss them as meaningless or superstitious carvings. You may think this is the end of it, but what is the connection between these women and rabbits? Rabbits are symbols of fertility and reproduction. It's easy to understand this if you ever had them as pets. A rabbit is used as that symbol since ancient times until today's Playboy, right? But what is the deeper meaning? Why are these two humans making up an animal? Take a look at this statue. Who is he? Immediately you realize that there is something strange about him. He has many faces carved all over his body. You see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 faces are carved on his body. Firstly, we missed observing these 2 faces on the sides. Secondly, we are completely missing the point of the carving itself. Look carefully and see how many animals are carved on his body. In the rabbit illusion, humans made up the animal, but this is the opposite of that. Animals make up this figure. Look at that nose. It's not a nose, but a lizard. And the lizard is shown grabbing his mustache, but the mustache is actually made of 2 fish. His lower lip is also possibly made of fish, but it is destroyed. And look at his chin. Is that a crab? What is a crab doing on his chin? His eyes are quite scary, and staring into them can be a challenge. But his eyes, are they snails or are they turtles? His ears are unusually large and they're made of two peacocks, and on top of his shoulders, you can see two hooded cobras. The bodies of these two cobras are intertwined to make his dreadlock hairdo. Even his genitalia is made of something strange. Can you guess what it is? Is that a turtle sticking out its neck? And you can see the two bells at the bottom. You can see another snake here, and unfortunately, his legs have been destroyed and we don't know what else we missed. Who is he? Locals call him Rudra, but this is Lord Pashupati, the god of all animals. It is said that when Pashupati or Shiva came to earth, he tamed all animals and taught humans how to domesticate some of them. So this is a symbolic representation of him having complete control over all these animals. Now, look at these women. They appear to be dancing as a group. But when you start zooming out, you realize that they all make up a horse. This is not an easy task. See how the eye of the horse is carved? And notice the ears. These two women have put their hands up and they look like the ears of the horse. And look at how this woman is holding a towel. Ancient builders were insanely clever and artistic. On top, there is a warrior. He's the only man in this carving. You can see his mustache and he's holding a bow. He's not a part of the horse. He's mounted on top of the horse. Here's a similar carving from another ancient temple. Again, a bunch of women, apparently beautiful dancers, making up a horse. The exact same theme, and you can see how this woman is not only holding a towel at the bottom, but also a large fly whisk called chamara. Today, many people are inspired by this type of illusion, and they make a lot of paintings. This is a pot made of a bunch of women, but you can see that there are lots of gaps between their bodies. While ancient builders strove for perfection, today's similar art needs more dedication. These women make up a bull, and you can see that this is not perfect. Here is a piece of cloth that looks really good. A bunch of women make up an elephant. And you can see how this woman's hair makes up the elephant's tail, and how this woman has to stand in a very strange posture to make up the elephant's trunk. And her hands make up the tusks of the elephant. But ancient carvings have a secret code hidden inside of them. Here's an ancient carving. Again, the elephant is made of a bunch of women. Here, its tusks are made using this woman's legs. Here's another ancient carving, also made of several women. And here's a third one, also made of several women. However, there is a secret code hiding inside these ancient carvings, which is forgotten today. Let's count the number of women inside the elephant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. The rider is a man and he's outside, so let's ignore him. Let's look at another carving. Again, a total of 9 women. Here's another one. Let's count. Notice that each elephant is always made exactly of 9 women. Not 10, not 8, but always 9. Ancient builders could have easily made it with 10 or 8 women, but the number 9 is kept consistent while carving the elephant. This information is lost in this modern piece of cloth. It is made of 7 women because we, the modern so-called sophisticated people, do not understand the hidden code. But maybe, just maybe, this is all a coincidence. Maybe just by dumb luck, I found all these ancient elephant carvings that are made up of exactly 9 women, right? So let's check this by going back and looking at the ancient carvings of horses. How many women do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Look at this horse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Not 4, not 6, always 5. The horses are always made of 5 women, just like how an elephant was always made of 9 women. This is a code. Why did they have to keep these numbers consistent in all ancient Hindu temples? Think about how big India is and how the sculptors would have had to communicate and share knowledge to keep this information consistent. Why did they never carve a horse made of 6 women or an elephant made of 8 or 10 women? And why always women? Why not put a few men inside these animals? In order to decode this ancient secret, you need to know another important detail. These 2 carvings are usually found together as though the horse and elephant are fighting each other. According to ancient Sanskrit texts, this carving is called Navanari Kunjara. This specifically means that 9 women make up an elephant, and this carving is called Panchanari Toraga. This means 5 women make up a horse. So it is a battle between 5 of something and 9 of something else. What does 5 signify here? And what does the number 9 signify? And why are they fighting? Now pay attention to the gurus, the teachers on both sides. See how they're shown as clouds, acting as the think tanks, guiding these warriors below them. Look at the left guru and look at the right guru. Do you see the difference between them? And on top, notice the 2 animals. Very interesting to see how they depicted the left and the right. To a lay person, they would look similar, but they've put some incredibly subtle details. But what I find really interesting is this thing that separates them. Look carefully on these sides. Do you see what they are? Unfortunately, it is eroded a little bit, so let me show you another carving nearby with the same features. You see these 2 faces on the side? Does it ring a bell? Let me show you a carving I previously showed you before. Yeah, that exact same feature. This is an animal called Makara mentioned in ancient texts. 2 Makaras on the side of the statue and the 2 Makaras on this carving as well. These 2 carvings are placed more than 1,000 miles apart. But they're both optical illusions with a bigger whole made up of smaller parts. But you see how everything is merging together? Not to mention the rabbit carving. What is the secret code hidden in this carving? What is the connection between humans and rabbits? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I am Praveen Mohan. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.